I kind of want everyone to be here for the conclusion of it. But where we're at right now, I think is fine. I want to kind of get in a sense of like where you guys want to go from here. I think I have an idea of where you guys are gonna go, like, or at least. But you know, you guys might decide something else completely different. I don't know. So that would help out if I, you know, if I find out if I need to change things or not. From what I have planned.
Side quest.
Yeah, you guys could just be like, we're leaving Kaer Maga. This place sucks. I don't know.
Well, no, I just mean like we could do like a side quest in Kaer Maga.
Oh
This
yeah,
ain't my
possibly.
brother.
I can always use some extra money.
I have a.
Well, we're still waiting for a response, right? Wait, no, wait.
Okay,
yeah, we got the response, and we found the foundry.
Right.
That was like what the stuff they told us.
Yeah,
about.
you guys got a ledger off of Akai's desk in his office down in the foundry, and you guys also stole a filing cabinet. You also stole a really.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you also stole a really fancy pen and an ornate umbrella, which are both worth money. I don't remember if anybody appraised them. I don't think so, but
I hope
yeah,
the GM knows that Tiki is not responsible for any of that.
Oh, I'm not the one you gotta convince.
I'm not the one that stole stuff. When did this happen? I mean, I know about the filing cabinet, and I think the pen.
Alias did it for the greater good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll note that down. Alias doing stuff for us. Yeah.
That's one of those things. He's not afraid to do things. He just doesn't like to, you know. But if there's a higher power to it.
I appraised the umbrella with an ornate gem handle to be 100 gold. And I wasn't sure about the fancy quill pen. Which is, on my character sheet it says fancy quill pen, but whatever that thing was.
Fancy.
Yeah, I don't think anybody appraised it. But yeah, that is a thing.
We leveled up last game, didn't we?
Yes, you guys are level 6, I think, if you weren't already level 6.
Oh, crap.
I just know that's recently you guys got level 6.
Oh, no, I have it.
I think I did my leveling. Because I chose improved initiative.
Yeah, I did that at the beginning of last session, I think.
It's not a good feat for Safa.
This is no point if you're gonna roll 2 all the time anyway.
I know! I want to ask the GM if I could trade it in. It's done me no justice.
You get Mandus's thing where he has really high initiative, or he gets to roll 2 dice for his initiative.
Oh.
And you get to roll really low twice. Yeah, I do have like a thing that should get you guys a pretty good amount of wealth, but I kind of want everyone to be here, so I probably won't have it happen yet.
What's a riot?
It could still happen
Plus
if you guys do the right thing, I guess, or the wrong thing, or however you want to look at it.
Define right.
Yeah, it's
I don't need that update right now. I'm gonna.
So yeah, you guys I think went back to the bottoms. You guys went to the academy, if I remember right, like the Freeman Academy down here. I should probably put a note that that's like what it is on the map layer here. Text.
Wait, really?
You guys had a distraction being run. We kind of have to review everything. It's been like a month. You guys had a distraction being ran down here. I think you guys actually wrote on the map distraction, if I'm reading that correctly. So you guys have it on the. You guys have it on the other layer, but I can always...
I just wrote our plan on the map.
Weren't the slaves part of the distraction?
Map layer. Yes, they were.
I think they were, yeah.
The three guys, what were they named again? Pezzy, Besha, and Dohasa were all on. They were all with the with a few of the freemen there, and they were part of the distraction basically. So, and that seemed to work. Like you guys noticed before you guys went to the foundry, you saw a bunch of people running out. So hopefully nobody got like captured or something, or like. But hopefully that went off fine. It is like it was evening when you guys went, so it's probably like getting dark as you guys are coming back to the academy. That's why you guys actually went there when they weren't running anything in the foundry, so which made things a lot easier. The only thing you had to deal with was the single golem that was sitting in the office like guarding it. You didn't actually have to see any like, you know, foundry workers or anything to get convinced to get out of your way or anything like that. So yeah, I suppose you guys get back to the academy, and you see basically that the distraction group's already back. So they kind of look at you guys as you guys are in there, and somebody asks how to go. Did you find it?
Yeah. We found it.
That's good. We managed to get away without anybody getting caught or anything.
Oh, thank God.
They might have known it was us, but
oh, don't worry. They knew it was us, I bet. We didn't erase any remnant of our being there, so they're going to know something's up, and well, their biggest enemy is the Freemen.
Well, fortunately, we're only fortunately, I think we're only really a Kai's enemy, and not all of this as a whole. There's a bit of internal politics going on there.
Oh, good. Okay, perhaps we can get some of the ones who are unfavorable to his cause to join our side.
Maybe. So what'd you find? Did you find? Did you figure out where Alias's brother is, and where all the other Shawanti are?
Out of character, I have no idea. Did we find that?
No.
No. You guys didn't have time to really look through.
We kind
you
of
guys haven't
beat that
really looked
one
through it
golem
yet.
and pieced out because it was so strong.
Right.
Okay.
You guys had kind of a loud fight, and you guys were worried that if you stuck around there to like search everything, it was.
Okay, so I'll be like, no, we had to get out there. We barely escaped with our lives, but we did get this, and I hold up the ledger if I have it. I think I have it.
Then maybe point to the. Was Brugar carrying the filing cabinet? I don't even remember. Whoever's carrying
Brugar was carrying it. Yeah.
Does it maybe point to the filing cabinet that Brugar's got like on his back or whatever? Okay. I think the filing cabinet has some of the like brass hardened on it too that got spat on it by the golem.
Slightly deformed cabinet.
Yeah. So it might take some effort to get into it without like, you know, damaging whatever's inside. But it should be doable. Okay. So how do you guys want to approach it then? It's like I said, it's evening already. You guys are at the Freeman Academy.
I don't know. What do we think's gonna happen? Are they gonna come after us? We thought we'd be safe here. We better set like a double watch or something. and then we want to read some of these documents in this ledger and see what we find if we can figure out where the freemen are at, or sorry, where
One of
the Shawanti are at.
One of the freemen asks if you want to stay here tonight.
Yeah, I think so. We'll stay here and we'll post a lot of guards because they're probably not going to be happy with us.
Yeah, I guess we'll stay here.
Okay.
So we'll need like a room, a secure area, private area to go through this information, see what we find.
Okay. One of the freemen says, I think I know just the place. And kind of motions for you to follow him. Says, kind of, waves his arm, waves over towards you, and says, "Come this way. I think I know the place." And starts moving towards,
okay.
Somewhere else within the complex. As you guys are kind of in a walled complex, it's got a few different buildings in it. Like it's almost like a mini. I don't know. It's like a barracks, basically. I mean, but yeah, he leads you over to a building, kind of on the east side of the academy, and yeah, there's like 3 buildings within the academy, we'll say. And this is like one of the smaller buildings off to the side, and inside you see there's like various, like it's kind of like a really small building. It's got various like cleaning stuff. He's like, basically, he's like, this is like a janitor's closet, and I think this will be a fine place to store this stuff.
Okay. Is it like pretty well lit, or like are there candles or something so we can see what we're doing?
There's lamps. There's oil lamps set up in it.
Okay.
So
cool.
yeah, he like turns them on when you enter.
We better get to work. What time is it in game?
It's like just after sunset, like just during sunset. Like the sun is setting right now, so it's kind of starting to get dark a little bit. But
okay, I'll tell him you better post your best lookouts, because they may send who knows what at us, and we'll get to work in here and see if we can figure out where they're keeping the Shawanti.
Okay.
I'm not sure how I can help.
Ooh.
You can be a lookout.
Is it dark outside? I look
Oh,
at the stars.
wait, you can't be a lookout. You're Tiki. You can listen really carefully. We will need
It's like
to
the,
get
your
us
hearing
food.
improves.
it's like the thing from what was it, Last Airbender, where they're like talking about books or whatever, and Toph is just like, I don't really, books don't really do anything for me or something like that. And it's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Blind people can't read books unless it's Braille, of course, or of course in modern day audiobooks. But like in the world of Pathfinder, I don't even know if they have Braille.
Probably. They have magic, so they have ways, I'm sure.
I'm sure they probably have
probably like whisper in
know,
people's heads and stuff, or
yeah, you could have like a magic book that just uses message or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they.
I guess I'll go through stuff in the filing cabinet.
If you guys can manage to get it open, it's going to take some work to do that.
Yeah, speaking of...
That's true, it's covered in
We established the
metal
filing
or
cabinet
whatever,
was locked, right?
The filing cabinet is locked, and it's also covered in brass that got spat by the brass man.
Is
Like
it
the
evil?
construct spat brass. You don't detect any evil on it, no.
Does none of us cast fire though? Oh.
No, nobody cast fire.
No one does.
I mean, I have
Because
fire.
brass
I think
has a very
Amber.
low
I don't
melting
think
point.
that's gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Amber has could do it, but Amber's not here right now.
Can I
To the best of your
forbid it
knowledge.
to
Do you have a
And then-
be
pickaxe?
closed?
I don't really want to take this to like a blacksmith or something and like have them nosing in our business.
I wonder if the Freemen have a personal blacksmith for their weapons. I bet they do.
Because we're a long ways from my home.
Brugar grabs a crowbar from within like all the different tools and stuff that are in this shack, and he tries to pry it open.
Yeah, he'd be one to do that.
Okay.
None of my
Step
magic
aside,
spells
I
can
think I
help,
got
I don't
this.
think.
I imagine he does it no
And
problem.
he manages to do it. He pries it open.
Oh
He
my
pries
god.
it open with the crowbar.
So like,
and then he probably
it's still like mostly covered in metal, and he like broke the lock by prying it open, and like
Yeah, he
it's
just
opening in
So
sections
pop-
not.
So when
just
he
wedged it
open,
open.
did he pry the whole thing open, or is that just like one part of it?
Like one drawer.
No, this thing has basically one door that swings open, and then inside there's like it's like a
Okay,
shelf
so he just,
inside
like-
of it. So it's not like pull out shelves. It's more like a I don't know,
More
like
like
an
a safe.
armoire or something like that. Yeah, or like a safe. So yeah,
Okay.
it has one door. He pries it open, and then he probably
Wow,
like drops
Brugar.
the crowbar. He drops the crowbar like it's a mic or something like that, and then claps his hands or something. Like he's dusting them off.
I'm just in awe. Like, oh my god.
I'm just assuming that's how Brugar would do it. So
Yeah.
he'd probably say
Okay,
something
well.
too, but I can't do a good Brugar voice, so I'm not gonna try.
If only Amber were here. I guess Alias, you know your people. You wanna. Yeah, you and Brugar, you want to help me sift through this stuff? I mean, yeah, like I said, usually Amber's the one that's good for this, but she's not here. And I'm just gonna start going through the whatever is in there. What, like documents, or what do we find in there?
You see lots and lots of papers.
Okay.
You
gonna
also
start
see
going
though
through.
there's a little box down on the bottom that looks kind of dinged up, but like it's scratched and shit now. But down in like the bottom shelf, I guess. Like it's kind of like a shelf in there, and it's mostly papers with that are just kind of like stacked in there. They're kind of disheveled a little bit, but yeah, and then there's a box, a little like lock box, basically down to the bottom of it.
Well, I'd probably look at that first. Is it locked?
The box? No, it's not actually. It just has a little latch, but it opens up easily, and inside you see uh, basically a bunch of coins and gems and such. If you take
Okay,
the time,
I
once
will
you take the time to count those.
not
I'll tell you
take
how
the
much it
time
is.
to count it up because there's
Okay.
more important things at hand. But I'll go ahead and put that with my things and say we'll figure this out later. But for now, let's keep it safe.
Okay.
And it seems like a fortune, like a ton of money.
It seemed like a very good amount of money. It was mostly it was tough to say. Like you need an appraise basically in order to know how much it actually was. Like just because a lot of it was mostly gems.
Okay.
Like it wasn't using.
Okay,
there was
let's
a good
leave
amount
it
of
to the side
coins.
for
But,
now.
yeah. It did
I'll
look like it probably
look at
was
it
a
more
small
carefully
fortune
later.
though.
Yeah, and I'll say, as I put it to the side, then I'll just say something like, I know money's important. we will make sure to pay you for all your hospitality and help to whoever freemen are around us.
Okay.
Just so hopefully they're like not thinking I'm just taking it for us.
Okay. I don't think they're even there. I think they like the one guy that showed you there is probably the only one there.
Oh, then I don't care. So now look through papers.
And actually, he probably left by now because you guys told him about like going to start the
getting the watch and all that.
getting the watch and all that things set up. So he probably left to go like.
Okay, then I didn't say anything. I just put it with my stuff, and it's hidden in my things. So I don't even know where to begin. I mean, there's tons of papers in this thing. I'm just gonna start pulling some out and looking at them.
Yeah, we could just do a like that could be the thing. Like are you just gonna like stay up and be studying these things all night? Is that the plan? Are you just gonna stay up
all
late?
night, but at least for a few hours and see if I find anything.
Okay, what I guess Brugar is gonna volunteer to like go help keep watch because he doesn't want to do the all this book nonsense or whatever. So
he's
he'll
already
do that.
done more than enough.
So he goes to do that. What does everybody else do? What do Alias and Tiki do? Like Brugar actually probably says something like, "I'm gonna go keep those unorganized freemen in line" or something like that. Keep them out of trouble.
I'm not sure.
Keep in mind, you also
Alias,
still
why
have
don't you help me look at papers? You can read, right?
Yes, Alias I can read.
Yeah. Why don't you help me take a look at papers? I really could use the help since Amber's not here.
Yeah, I'll help him.
Okay. So I'll say you guys are gonna look for like a couple hours, you said, is to start with?
Yeah, so you said it's like sunset time, so yeah, 2-3 hours till, I don't know, 10 p.m. or so.
Okay. Go ahead and have you both roll, I'll say, intelligence checks. Unless you have a specific skill that you think would be useful in this case. I don't know, like if you had profession accountant or something like that. Knowledge linguistics.
I mean,
don't know.
profession investigator.
I think
Knowledge
profession
local?
investigator would work fine if you want to do that, or just do an intelligence check, whichever's higher for you.
Okay, I don't have that profession.
Yeah, you can just do a intelligence check.
I need to move my character sheet into Roll20.
So Alias,
Wow.
yeah, Philippe's probably just like annoyed about working with this amateur investigator, but he's maybe doing a better job of concealing his annoyance or something.
I'm doing okay though. I'm doing okay.
It turned out you don't need his help anyway.
Alias is sitting there like reading,
Yeah.
and he's mispronouncing the words.
Yeah, every time you like
I'm
find
trying
something.
to read other documents.
Yeah, and he's like bringing up like really inane stuff, like, oh look, he sold a golem to some man in Highside Stacks that needed it, and you're like,
That's
this
the thing
is
about
not
Alias.
important.
He knows how to read, but he's not very versed in what the words actually mean, really.
He doesn't comprehend.
He knows words, but he can't comprehend sentences very well.
Yeah.
That's fine. I just need the moral help of you by my side.
Now, to be fair, most of the stuff in this filing cabinet is very, very boring because it's just like most of it is just like transaction logs, like things like orders and details of how much the payment was and like what day like expected delivery dates of various different golems and stuff, and they date back really far. Like this looks like stuff. Like this dates back with like transactions that have been going on for decades, and yeah, it's quite boring. One thing you do notice is that there are references about buying excavation tools, like things like mining equipment and things such stuff like that, which is more recent. And there's nothing about that like when you look back at older stuff, when you're browsing through that stuff, like you don't see anything like that. But all of a sudden, just like within like the last several months, it was buying up stuff like that.
Interesting. Excavation. Okay, so that seems strange.
So
I wonder if they're keeping them underground.
can
in
we
the
tell
tunnels.
if his ledger is like accurate?
We haven't looked at his ledger. You guys were just looking at the filing cabinet.
Okay, right.
You guys were looking at the
Yep.
contents of it.
So that's like the most juicy thing we find.
And a lot of the stuff actually in the filing cabinets is also ledgers as well. Like it's like some of it is older, old ledgers, but so actually, I guess you guys would have looked at the ledger. Like, yeah, and the ledger does seem accurate. It's possible that there's stuff that's not in it that he left out. So also in the actual like most recent ledger, the one that wasn't actually in the filing cabinet, because I'm going to say you look at that as well as like part of this investigation because it would just make sense to. You do see that there is reference, especially about some of this excavation equipment, some of like the most recent stuff was going specifically to a basically what you refer to as on-site within the like basically to the entrance to the tunnels under Kaer Maga.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking.
And he does actually have a spot where he kind of writes some notes about it, like basically he's talking about we need it here, but it needs to be we need to have them deliver it to this other place because this place is officially closed off by the Dusk Wardens, so I can't have the deliveries taken directly to it. So that's pretty much what you find. You don't actually, unfortunately, he doesn't actually list the exact location of it there, but you do know it is like you're able to find out that he has a spot where he was getting like things like pickaxes and shovels and various different things to like tools for excavation basically, and he was bringing them to a spot that was officially closed out by the Dusk Wardens, like blocked out by the Dusk Wardens. That's under Kaer Maga.
Okay, so it says where the spot's at.
No,
We
it
know,
doesn't.
like
That's what
I
I was
know.
saying. It doesn't say the exact spot that it's at. He did say he mentions a different spot within BIS that he needed all his stuff brought to because it was officially closed out. He didn't want other like outsiders basically getting too close to where it was at.
Okay, so hang on. Let me see if I got this straight. So we know that he ordered a whole bunch of digging tools, and he had them delivered to some place in BIS because he couldn't have them brought to the tunnels. And we know where the place in BIS is, but we don't know the like tunnel places.
Yeah, you can gather from the like from the ledger from like context that it's probably also within BIS, like the tunnels are, and it's probably not very far from this wherever this merchant's meeting place is that he has,
Okay.
which is pretty close
we
to
want
the
to go
foundry.
there.
It's like a few blocks away from the foundries where he's been
Oh shit.
where he had the excavation stuff brought to. But yeah, like because officially this place was shut down by the Dusk Wardens.
Are we gonna do a night raid or something? Like what? they're gonna like, send an army after us if we step foot in Biss, aren't they? Or at least near the foundry, near Kaiser location.
You asking Alias?
I'm asking whoever's around me. I'm
Only
like
if
talking
they
to
actually
myself.
know it was us.
I don't remember, dude. No, I guess they don't know it was us technically. But they're either way, they're going to be on the lookout for anything suspicious. And a Schwanti, uh, Tiki, a frog, and me walking into Biss around the foundry, that's going to be very suspicious. I don't know what to do. Uh, is that like, have we gone through like most of the papers and stuff, and that's pretty much what we find?
There is a shit ton of papers, so you could spend much more time investigating them, and you might be able to find more information. But that's just what you find within like 2 to 3 hours.
Okay, I'm not gonna spend more time looking at that. I want to look at the ledger we got that was outside.
Well, as I was saying, that was I included the ledger
was
as
that
part
part
of
of
that
that? Okay.
investigation. Yes, the ledger, because a lot of the stuff that was in this filing cabinet,
Same kind of stuff.
it was older ledgers basically. I mean, there was a lot of loose papers as well, but like receipts and stuff like that. But otherwise, it was other ledgers as well.
Okay, well, I'm gonna grab a few of the orders or whatever that talked about the construction equipment and like collecting them in the location in Biss around the foundry. I want to
Okay.
use that as proof so I can show the Freemen what we found for all their efforts of the distraction.
Okay, so you pull out like a couple of loose receipts from the filing cabinet, and do you pull out like some of the pages from the ledger that have that information as well? Then, or
Yeah, yeah. Or just have the pages bookmarked so I can flip to them easily. I don't have to
okay,
tear up the ledger.
that works.
Um,
That works.
so I figure it's pretty late now, so I kind of want to go to bed because we've been like digging through papers, really boring papers for a few hours, and it's late.
Mm-hmm.
I am also worried about, a Kai coming after us while we sleep. So perhaps we should take watches. Has Brugar returned, or where's Tiki at?
I don't know where Tiki is. I never actually heard what Tiki was doing during this time, but I know Brugar was
gonna look through the filing cabinet stuff too, but I got on a call, so I wasn't able to talk.
Oh, okay. So I guess Tiki was poking around in that room with you guys as well. Maybe she was looking at the actual, like if you let her look at the box with all the gems and stuff in it, we can have Tiki try an appraise check during that time or whatnot.
Oh, yeah, I just updated my sheet too. So. I'm so good at this.
Shiny
so
rock.
she's like, there's a lot of really pretty gems and stuff in it.
Yeah,
but,
man.
She doesn't
Thanks,
actually
Tiki.
she doesn't get the actual value of it.
Okay. Do we have like
-1.
rooms or something in this Freeman area? Like, do they show us anywhere where we can stay?
Did it
Or are we
not
supposed to go
roll
back
properly
to
on
an
that
inn?
appraise? What is going on here? Rolled 0
You rolled a
plus
0.
negative. Yeah, it rolled 0 plus -1.
Oh, that's wrong.
No, that's my appraise.
But didn't even roll a d20.
Oh, it didn't?
Yeah, I don't think it rolled a d20. It rolled a 0.
This is strange.
You just clicked the button, didn't you?
Yeah.
Weird. Why is it doing that?
Let me refresh it.
Did the...
I
Oh,
like
whoops. That's not the wrong... That's not the button I wanted to click.
just updated
Who is
it.
Ziwa
with the
Moidru?
Who, huh?
Is that something I shouldn't see?
Zerat Moidru is the... Let me check. I think I know, but I gotta check.
Oh, dang. I'm broke. Let me roll, like, something cheap.
Actually, there's nothing on there. It's just a blank character sheet, I think.
That's better. Let me mark
Okay.
this.
I was gonna try and see if I could get a roll to work, but
I don't know.
The 13 worked.
Well, that's the
Yeah, the
climb.
climb work is...
well, no, it just
Oh,
says
no,
Well, actually, no,
roll
it
0
did.
plus
0 as well.
13.
It rolled a 0, yeah. Your character sheet's just broken, I guess.
Yay!
Maybe all the character sheets are broken, actually. Let me try, like, Bruggar's or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It rolled his ability score just fine, though.
That's true. Or did it? It did, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So if I make Bruggar use Diplomacy... Yeah, it's... The Roll20 sheets are broken, apparently. Interesting.
They must have just pushed out an update that broke it. And they'll have to revert it.
Huh. That's kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fixed in like an hour. Hopefully. They realize it pretty quickly. It's a pretty
Tiki
big
would've-
flaw.
Going by that, Tiki would have had a 9, for example. If you just manually roll it.
Yeah.
That's obnoxious, though, having to, like... What's the point of having this... having this character sheet if it doesn't do anything, damn it? At least the
Remember-
ability scores were working fine. Maybe the saves are working fine, too? I don't know. Yep, saves are working fine. It's just skills that are broken for some reason.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll fix it soon. They'll push out an update.
I mean, you fortunately for you, you don't
writing
actually
is-
get to use
is
it.
hard.
Because you have all... You just use macros because you have the
Yep.
weird
Well, I
investigator
actually-
stuff anyway.
I roll d20s anyways. Like, for all my skill checks, I just type roll
Right,
d20.
yeah. You just manually do them. Because you have
But
all
yeah,
the
all my
extra
saves and all
modifiers
that
that
is
are...
all macros. Yeah, I can choose to use my dice and not, or not, and all that.
Yeah. So I'd say actually that Tiki probably is, especially over several hours, is able to determine the value of the gems and such that are in the
Okay.
that are in that lockbox,
Yay.
the unlocked lockbox. So the total amount in there is roughly 4,000. I'll just give the exact amount: 4,560 gold pieces worth of gems and coins and whatnot.
Wow. Well, Amber's not here, so we only have to split that 4 ways.
Um,
Kidding.
I don't know. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't know what we do.
I'm not sure what his
I
wealth
guess-
is, so.
I guess for now we just wait, not worry about it. Is that divided by 4? No.
It's divided by 5.
Is that no? That's too much for 5, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay. All right. Let's just say divide by 5, and Tiki or someone can hold Amber's share. Okay, I'll hold Amber's share.
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna remember.
I'll write it down off of my
I wrote it
gold
down as
count.
well.
912 gold for Amber.
Yeah.
So hey, you guys got some money.
Hey, Alias, you can buy more slaves.
You're not
I think
wrong.
you guys are still. I think you guys are still under wealth by level, but yeah, we're getting there. We're getting you caught up.
Yeah. No problem. Okay, so we found this thing. Is it too late for them to be awake for me to, like, tell them what we found? Should that, like, do I need to wait for morning, do I think?
I mean, you can just go out check and see who's up still.
Okay, I'll walk around to like where the leaders are usually at and see if anyone's around or awake, anyone that's like in charge.
Shit, let me find my notes again. Find what I had in the notes about these guys. There was a specific guy at the academy, if I remember right. You find Brugar standing out, keeping watch, using his
Sick.
dark vision. He's like sitting by the main entrance. He's maybe, I don't know, sharpening his gun or whatever.
It's probably the few times you'll
His
actually
gun?
hear him be quiet.
Yeah, it's a joke. Sharpening his gun.
Oh, okay. I doesn't his other character has a gun though. That's why
His other
Has
character
to,
actually
yeah.
has a gun,
I
that's
was
true.
thinking about that. Yeah.
This character just has
Bull
like
rushes.
a warhammer, I think. Oh, I mean, he uses combat maneuvers and stuff, but he has like a warhammer. So he's sharpening his warhammer. Or something. That makes about as much sense as sharpening a gun, right? Actually.
Hey, he can do what he wants with his time.
I guess after like that stuff, Tiki might actually go outside and join him if it's nighttime and watch the stars. If if it's not like overcast, I guess.
I don't think today it is overcast in here. It's fairly clear night.
Ooh.
It's probably pretty cold, but it's a really cold night, but it's clear. It is in the middle of Galarian's version of November. I don't remember the name of the actual Galarian month, like how it works, but it's basically November,
Oh.
like late November. So you guys are pretty much in winter at this point. But the weather is currently like not too bad. Yeah, you manage to wander around and maybe you ask, like you see some other people still up, but you hear that Black Marin, he's the guy that's in charge here, is
Yep.
that he's turned in for the night already.
Okay. So I'll deem it can wait till morning as long as am I satisfied with like the guards I see posted, like they're probably gonna catch if there's like people coming to kill me.
Probably. Like they're all.
There's a good number of people out and about keeping watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're all
Okay.
armed.
And I'm a very light sleeper too, so
You see one of the Shalanti amigos or whatever keeping watch as well.
sick.
Pesha. The other two are asleep, but he says that they're gonna stagger their watches.
Okay. Well, I want to go sleep because I'm like exhausted. But yeah,
Mhm.
I'm a light sleeper, aka I have really high perception and I can see and hear or not I can hear things easily when I'm asleep. Yeah.
Okay. How about
Yeah,
everybody
better
roll
than people who are
perception?
awake.
Okay, let's see if that one's working.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, guess no. Dang, I got a 27. Oh, that's not with the sleep modifier. Was it supposed to have a -10?
For yours, yes.
Alright, mine's 17.
It seems like anything I don't have like a rank or modifier in, it's at 0. It's not rolling a dice.
Or just roll. It's not rolling dice for any of them at all, as far as I can tell.
Oh, it's
Like,
rolling
here's
the ones I have
Brugar's
ranks
climb.
in. Oh, that's weird.
Here's Brugar's. Yeah,
Did you
climbing has
update
ranks
it?
and it's still not doing it. Here's his intimidate. No,
I
should
think
I
it's
hit
only
like the
skill
recalc
or
button?
ability checks.
Maybe it'll work if I hit the recalc button. I don't know. Ability checks are working fine, but I don't know.
Okay. I got a 15. I don't have any points, so.
Yeah, it's not doing it.
While you do this, roll 20.
Okay. You don't notice anything. So the night passes through. I'm guessing like Brugar and Tiki stay up pretty late, but they eventually go to bed.
Yeah.
There's different watches being maintained by the by the freemen as well, and the night passes without incident. So the sun starts coming up, and you guys are free to go about your day now.
Woohoo.
Alright, well, first thing, go find guy in charge. I don't remember his name.
Black
I didn't write it
Marn.
down. Black Marn. I'm gonna write that down. Yeah, so I'm gonna go find him.
Did I ever get you guys a picture of Black Marn?
Uh,
I don't know.
Naturally, I can't freaking find one online. There is a picture of him, but it's just not online apparently. Well, you know what I could do is I could probably get it from the
It's not a huge deal, but if you want to.
yeah, I can get it eventually. But yeah, you find Black Marn. He's
Even though I don't know what he looks like. Haha.
ask around. People point to him.
well, you've met him before.
No,
You guys have all met
my
him
my
before.
character knows what he looks like. I don't know what he looks like out of character.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, I was just making a joke. So, yo, Black Marn, look what we found in the cabinet. We think the Shwanti are being kept in the tunnels, in the secret tunnels.
So he looks at this and uh, kind of thinks about it for a while. Says this could be a problem. I'm not really sure how we're gonna deal with this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Not sure what to do.
Well, perhaps the Dusk Wardens would be able to help. If it's in the if it's underneath the city, then that's usually the stuff that they it's their domain basically.
Yeah. Do you happen to know any Dusk Wardens, or how we can meet with one to discuss this? Are they favorable to our cause?
Well, their headquarters is actually in Biss, but of course.
I mean, as long as it's not close to a Kai's foundry, we might be okay.
They just happen to be their headquarters just happens to be located there. They're not actually affiliated with the as far as I know, they're not actually affiliated with the Ardocs in any way.
They have no business with them?
None that I'm aware of, unless these documents you found say something otherwise.
Did they say something otherwise?
Not that you saw.
Okay. Okay, well, I guess we have to take our chances and go to their headquarters and talk to one, unless we can get them to come here.
I mean, you guys have met a Dusk Ward, and I assume you. How did you guys get to Kaer Maga?
Sure, we met him, but I don't know how to contact him.
We walked. Duh. Tiki says.
You, Flo, do you see what I'm saying, or like, does this guy understand what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to go into Biss because we
Oh,
might get
that's what you mean.
attacked, and I wonder if the Dustborns will meet us here instead of us going there to meet with them.
I mean, you might be able to try sending a message.
Well, I'm asking this guy if he has any relations with the Dusk Wardens, any like one that he could trust or one like high up.
I don't specifically know.
Okay.
I mean, there's probably, we do have a contact that we sometimes use when we want to have people coming in and out through the half-light path or whatever. I think that's what it was called. The same place you guys went through.
Yep. Perhaps
Like
you
when
could
we
have.
want people. So I mean, I suppose I could try to get a hold of my contact.
Perhaps if you could send a message with him, if you trust him, about the nature of our requests and, not give too many details, but say we'd like to meet with whoever's in charge of the Dusk Wardens, or whoever has the authority to grant us passage into other areas of the tunnels. We'd like a meeting with them, but here, not at their place.
He nods and says, "I'll see what I can do."
Sense motive. Do I think he legit wants to do this, or is he actually a secret spy?
You think he is going to, as far as you can tell, he's being honest about it, that he's going to help you.
Okay. I'm an investigator. I trust no one. That's all I'm saying. Like, yeah. Okay, so I nod thanks and leave his area. If there's nothing else, I'm gonna, I don't know, wait to hear back. Perhaps walk around town and see if news of our adventures have spread.
Okay. So let's see. I'm going to say Brugar is going to spend today basically helping train the. Like he expressed interest in doing this before, like when Matt was here. So I'm
Yep.
going to say he's doing that now. He's helping out with like training some of the new recruits and such at the academy. So that's what he's going to be doing today.
That's true. Okay.
Whoops, that's not the right.
I'm curious what Tiki and Alias want to do today while we wait to hear back from the Dusk Wardens, because I'm not really sure. We could go shopping.
I don't have enough
You guys
money to
do-
go shopping.
You
You
got
got
912
912 gold.
That's not going to buy me anything.
Yeah, if it's not going to buy anything you want yet, then.
You could buy slaves.
I don't need more slaves.
3 is not an army.
No, there's really not anything Tiki knows what to do at this point. She kind of want to pursue.
Get drunk.
No. Oh, well,
See, that's what Black Marin looks like.
Black Marin.
Oh, he's not actually black.
He's white, not black.
Oh man, seriously, guys.
He's called Black Marin because of his black disposition.
Oh.
I mean, you guys could ask about Black Marin. I don't remember if you guys, I told you a whole bunch about him before, but
We could, but
I
we'd
think I
have to
might
be
have told
interested.
you. I think I might have told you a little bit of his background when you guys like were first, like when you guys were basically trying to get a hold of the Freeman, and you guys were like in the Commons, and you were asking, and somebody mentioned like, oh yeah, Black Marin's the one that's kind of in charge. He's over there, and they told you about him, I think. But he's basically an old Chelish military commander who was stripped of his rank and sold into slavery because he disobeyed orders.
Tisk tisk.
Yeah, but you also know that by disobeying those orders, he managed to save his men.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I'll go ahead and remove that. So that's kind of his backstory there.
Let's see.
He's got one eye, and the other one's where he had a second eye. Is just there's a scar there.
I think the more time passes, the more Tiki wants to find Amber. Um,
Yeah, I think we should try and find Amber, but she disappeared into a tower that hasn't been seen, so I don't know where to go from there.
yes. But that's all that's on my mind is that.
Yeah, I remember I mentioned that this will probably be a short session as well. So,
Yeah.
um,
But what about
but
our
since
exciting
you
adventure
since you
side
mentioned
quests?
that tower, everyone roll a perception check.
All right.
No matter what we roll, it's not going to be there. You can't fool me.
Mm.
Okay,
He's
Philippe
becoming
actually
an
notices the
unbeliever.
tower. You can see it in the tower is actually there right now. You can see it in the
Oh my god.
skyline,
Okay, guys.
and
The,
that's
the
kind of
tower's
actually.
there.
I know it's only been 1 hour, but that's kind of where we're gonna end the session.